Hello everyone, it's good to have you here join me on this webinar. And basically, as you all know, we'll be talking about the ROI of hiring an events management team. And being in the industry for a while, we've actually planned, from milestone weddings to anniversaries and also to corporate events. And one thing I'll always let you know is that you can't go wrong in hiring an events management team, because that will give you a great investment for your time, a great investment for your peace of mind, basically. And we have to let you know that, oh, sorry. Oh, no, but we're good. Okay. So I also want to share the common misconception that people have concerning this. They feel it's a waste of time or is expensive, but I'll let you know that instead of you choosing stress, you rather want to choose peace of mind. And I'm quickly going to share the ROI breakdown with you. It cuts across about four headings. I'll be talking about the financial ROI, the time ROI, emotional ROI, and the experience ROI, shall we? All right, financial ROI, like I mentioned, that will help you save a lot of money. We've had instances, there was a particular client that will save up to 30% of the deal that she should have paid to a particular vendor. Now it was for the food. So instead of paying about 2.3 million, she was able to save up to 500,000 of that because she hired an event manager. So it saves you a lot of money. It prevents wastage. Many times, some people think they need a lot of things, to come together for their event. Meanwhile, having a event management team will help you know what is needed and what could just be like a duplication, which you would want to avoid. And the negotiation power, you can't trade that for anything, because we've had relationship with many of these vendors, and we've they always give us good deals that we pass on to our clients. Now let's talk about the ROI that gives you freedom. So instead of bothering yourself about, is the kitchen already at the venue, have they started set up, oh, how is the all looking like, you save yourself all that stress. You have more time, to sleep, more time to have rest of mind, more time for you to walk in even as a guest into your event space. You don't want to think about the hassle, the stress that goes on behind the scenes. So instead of having that, you have freedom. That is one ROI for you. Then also, peace of mind, no stress, no drama. We've had instances, where the bride, there was this scenario that played out in another event, that a bride was sharing her experience about how she herself felt she could plan her wedding herself, all because she has planned maybe an uncle's birthday. It was so stressful. Right while she was having her makeup done, she was still, having several calls, trying to put things together. And I'm sure you don't want to go through this emotional stress. So let's give you the peace of mind when you hire an event management team. There is no panic. You sleep, from you have your sleep, your eyes closed all through the planning process. All you need to do, like I said earlier, is just to walk through your event venue and appear as a guest. You enjoy every moment from start to finish. So emotional ROI, that's another thing you experience. You want to keep your mind at rest. You don't want to be bothered about any kind of stress. So that is one advantage you get when you hire an event management team. Another ROI, that is return on investment. Whatever you have invested, there is always an advantage for you. That is the experience you get. Now, the way events management team, as we do in our company, is to ensure that we create experiences, lasting memories, not just for the moment, but for a long while. So you come into the event space, it's not just about eating and drinking, but it's also about that memory that you keep among your loved ones, among your friends, among your families for a long while. That's also something that you get. And also, we help you manage the vendors that ensure that they deliver not just what they've promised, but they go above and beyond. That will help you create, as a guest and client, help you create luxury experiences. The whole looking vibrant, looking very premium. That everything is well detailed, from the food to the decor to the lightings to the coordination, all through the process. Everything is just coming together. So you can imagine such an experience. I mean, you can't ever go wrong with that. Now, we've had testimonies with different clients. I'm just trying to create a kind of scenarios with you. Now, there's this Mrs. Abiodun that we had an event for. Apparently, she had an event the previous years that she planned her sister's wedding. She couldn't enjoy the event. She was the one running up and down, doing this, doing that. Eventually, she was, stressed out at the end of the day. So the other year, when she needed to plan her dad's burial, she beckoned on us and we planned the event from start to finish. From her testimonial, she said she had time, to relate well with the guests. She had time to take picture. She had time to, dance and add a great experience. So you can imagine that. And I'm sure you wouldn't want to exchange stress for leisure, for pleasure, for that ease of mind and peace of mind during and after your event. Now, here is another client that somebody recommended us to. The person came all the way from Abuja to have our event in Ibadan, at that burial. We've never met. The only time we met was on that event day. She gave us 3 hours to deal with. And at the end of the day, she knew she was talking with a professional and she had great feedback afterwards. We have several of those testimonial, and I'm sure you also want to be partaker of such. So the hidden cost of hiring a professional events management team. Now, what will you lose if you don't hire an events management team? Financial waste. You most likely want to get things in excess, duplication, and at the end of the day, you lose money instead of saving money. What about the brand image? You can imagine when some caterers will just bring not so looking good kind of servers, looking tattered. At the end of the day, it will tell on the branding, on the guests, of the guests, and also of the event. Emotional toll. You can imagine there had been events where the bride's father practically was the one going to the serving point to ensure that guests were being served. And it was a raining day that day. He practically took off his shoe, going to the serving point to serve the guests. And at the end of the day, a lot of the guests couldn't find things to eat, and they had to do trying to save the day. Eventually, they had to start sending wines to some people just to ease their pain and things like that. But what has happened. You can imagine if you choose not to give your event to a management team, a professional one at that. These are some of the things I'm sure you don't want to go through. Now, here are some things you need to check out when trying to choose the right team. There are some pertinent questions you need to ask. Now, let me just give you 4 of those questions you must ask before hiring that event manager or event team. Do they specialize in the kind of events you want to plan? Ensure that they have they have records, they have portfolios to show you. Now, you also need to know if they can provide references from their past vendors that they've used, so that they wouldn't use your event to run the show, just to test run the show. The 3rd question you must also ask is to know what their crisis management is, because sometimes crises do happen And one thing that stands us out is before it happens, we've actually planned for it. So it doesn't come suddenly. So you need to ask that question before you go ahead with that management team. Also, learn to know if they have flexible payment plan. It's very important so that you are not surprised, or there are no surprises at the end of the day. Is it going to be a 50-50 kind of payment, or 80-20, or a full payment? Get that sorted before you hire uh, that event management team. Now, still on the choice, or advising you on how best to choose the next professional event management team. It's important that you also ask what their packages are, so that there are no surprises. You are sure of what you're getting at the end of the day. And we go as far as even drawing up contracts, so everybody is well protected. All parties involved are well protected. At Pleasant J Events, we tailor our approach to your goal, to your budget and vision, because your success actually is our ROI. You can never go wrong with us. Now we've just got about 72 hours for those of you on this webinar. Here is one thing we would want to offer you: 72 hours benefits, 72 hours like a promo, let me put it that way. You get 10% off all our services when you hire us for the next 72 hours. Note, this won't stay forever. So you want to take advantage of that. So if you want to save money, if you want to save time, if you want to host premium events, Pleasant J Events is the right and professional event team you need to call on for that next event. I hope to see you soon. Remember this while we close: great events don't just happen by chance. They are engineered by professionals. So let Pleasant J Events make that event the best ever. Thank you very much for joining. God bless you.